Hi everybody, so today we're going to look at some different Bible marking pens and some highlighters, just some different things, and we'll see how all of these work in the Bible. So, I do have a Bible here that I've tested them all in. So first up, we're going to look at these micro lines. So these are an archival ink. They show high quality. They're a water-based pigment ink. And so all of the colors, as you can see there, are all a 0.3. And then on the black, there's actually 5 different sizes. So it comes in this nice little case so you can keep them all together. So that's kind of nice. You can get these on Amazon or eBay and possibly some craft stores. I'm not 100% sure. But lots of color options to choose from. And so these here are the micro lines. And so as you can see there, I've put the colors and then the size of the nib on there. And then since all of the colors are just a 0.3, I just wrote out all of the colors on there. And the black ones, the 3 black ones that are the bigger nibs, those were all leaking a little bit, so they're going to look a little bit worse than what they probably normally would. So if we go to this back page, you can see that there's some show through, but there's not actually any bleeding. None of them actually came through the paper. So that is kind of nice. Then next up we've got our most popular, which is our pigment microns. So this kit is an inductive Bible study kit. Comes with 8 different ones. You've got 2 in the 01, and then there is 6 different ones in the 05. So that's a nice kit. I got that one from christianbook.com. And then in our other set, we've got these here that are the 005. So these are the ultra fine ones that are a shows 0.20. So these are all the different microns. I just kind of did the same thing. And one reason why I like to write out colors is because sometimes the colors don't look like that color when you actually use it. So there's a close-up of the different ones. And then they're going to be our second section here. As we can see, there is some show through, but there is no bleeding. So that's always good. And then you're always going to get more when you have a section of the Bible where there's no text. And then next up is going to be this Recollections Set. And these are basically they're from Michael's Crafts, but they're basically their version of the microns. So they're an extra fine tip. They're archival ink. As you can see, I've got pen stuff all over my hands from doing this. But they come in a lot of different colors. And these particular pens here, they are skinnier than the micron ones, as you can see there. So you're going to get less ink in them, but then again, they're also only $2 a piece. And so those are the different colors. They all have different names on them. And those are going to be our third section down. So you get a little bit more show through on those than the others. So if you were doing like maybe some Bible art journaling or have a Bible with thicker paper, those might be pretty good for that. Or if you're just writing in margins, that might work well for you as well. Alright, so next up we're going to have the Sharpie Stylus. And these are the Sharpie Stylus pens. So they say that they won't bleed through paper. These are a 0.8 millimeter. So they are a fine tip as well. So we've got just the 4 colors there. And so you can kind of see a little bit of show through right there. But again, nothing has bled through yet. So that is nice. So down here we've got some different kind of more like highlighters. So first up we're going to have the Pentel 8. So the nice thing with these is the way that they come out of there. And so to drop that back in and change color, you just drop that down and then you just turn this orange piece over to the next color. Plus they're refillable, so that's kind of nice. So those, you can see that they kind of look a little bit more like a crayon. but they don't bleed through. But some people might not look that like the looks of that crayon kind of look to it. And then next up we've got the dry lighter highlighters. So that's these here. They're by Swanson Christian Products. 6-pack, different colors. They twist out, so what's kind of nice is the tips aren't going to get broken because they've got a little twist down at the bottom. So those, again, those also look like crayons. You can kind of tell. So not real smooth, and you can just barely see a little bit of show through there, but pretty faint. Then next up we've got our Sharpies. If I can find where I put those. There we go. So these are going to be the Sharpie Gel Highlighters. I picked those up at Walmart. And those, as you can see, they're right here. Those are really smooth. So you don't get, they don't look like crayon. So they have a little bit of a texture to it. You can kind of feel it. But the nice thing there is none of those bled through either. So far everything is doing really well. And then I decided that I would test out this, whoops, sorry about that, this other pen type of, it's not really a pen, but it's a dual tip permanent markers. These are Art Minds. Those are also from Michaels. So we've got like a regular Sharpie type end and then like a fine tip Sharpie end on the other side. So I figured, well, since we're testing them, we might as well test those too. So these are all the different colors down below on those. You can see kind of that they've got a little bit larger nib than all the other pens. And then those we did get some bleed through. So those you probably would not want to use in a Bible. I just thought I would show those in case anybody like seen those, and because they're cheap they might want to try it in a Bible, but I certainly would not recommend those. But these others, all of those work really well and no bleed through. So that's pretty nice. And then we've also got the Sharpie Gel Highlighter, so you can see what they look like when you highlight the text. So that one's actually really bright, so I kind of like that one. And then we've got this other one over here. This is a Bible dry highlighter, and these are refillable. And these kind of work the same way as that pen tail. So you push it out and then you can retract it back in there as well. And so that's how that one looks. So that one's a little bit more like a crayon. But on the back here, none of those bled through. So they actually all work pretty well. And this is just a basic Bible, just a basic wide margin with just relatively inexpensive, so it's not going to have like super great paper or anything like that. But as far as these different ones, these micro lines would do really well for you. You'd probably want to stay away from the bigger black ones though. Those do tend to leak a little bit. And then we've also got the microns, the 005s. Those are awesome in Bibles. You could use those on Bibles with even really thin paper. And then there's also this other micron one. And those are the 01s and the 05s. So those work really well also. And then you can always get individual Sharpies, or not Sharpies, but the microns. So there's like the 03, 05, and I believe that you can get, so there's also the 005s. You can also get a few different colors. There's quite a few different colors on christianbook.com that you can get individually. So, but you can get these online and the microns. And I would check christianbook.com for the micron kits. That's where I got these, and they were great prices. But they all came out pretty well, so I was impressed with the way that everything did. So, alright. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.